Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I'd really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you like this watch, you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Buy, trade, and sell luxury watches on thewatchbox.com. Today we are discussing a striking contemporary Rolex Daytona in full Rolex Everose red gold. This is the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Cosmograph Daytona 116505. The red gold in-house, late model production, and physically massive on the wrist. It has a striking combination of black and red tones that sets it apart not just from the massive luxury watches, but even from the massive Daytonas. This is a memorable watch face. 40 millimeters across the round of the case, not including the chronograph pushers, crown guards, or crown itself. The watch is slim and easily wearable underneath any dress cuff at 12.2 millimeters thick. The watch has a broad stance across the wrist of approximately 51 millimeters when you include the end links, but if you include just the ends of the case, it's a more manageable 47.7. The spacing, should you be that crazy guy who wishes to accessorize a modern Rolex with a strap, is 20 millimeters. Now the timepiece is incredibly hefty on the wrist, and you probably will wear it with the bracelet, so just keep in mind that this is a pleasurable kind of mass. It's not irritating, it's not an encumbrance, it's satisfying. You feel like you're getting that for which you paid. The Oyster bracelet is comfortable and robust. You can see that the links themselves are nicely differentiated by a contrasting polished center, polished flanks, and shoulders in satin. All of the removable links are fixed with screws, and the internal components of the clasp are fully finished in high polish. This is no entry-level Rolex. The clasp features a clamshell, and when the clamshell lock is closed, it's flush both across the top and across the flank. Nice. There's a small kerf underneath the Rolex crown to allow you to shim it up. Now you do open and find yourself with the luxury of the 5mm Easy Link system. It's the equivalent of adding or removing one sizable link, but the kicker is that you can do it without any tools. So you have the ability to fine-tune. The clasp milled out from the solid feels as solid as that would imply. It's almost like a small bank vault on your wrist. Now the case is all of high polish. In general, this has been the look for the Daytona, and because it's not a huge watch, and because its lines are still a little bit more fluid and sensuous than a GMT or an Explorer 2 or a Sub or Sea Dweller, it doesn't look unusual or out of place. Polish is well situated on this case. It's somewhere between a sports watch and a dress watch, and it wears with elegance. This is still one of the metallic bezels, no ceramic here, and do you really miss it? I'd rather have a large ring of precious metal than a cheap ceramic attachment. And you will note that this being a pre-owned watch, all of the lacquer fills of the calibrations are perfectly intact. This watch shows no outward sign of having been worn. Please tell me, though, that if you take this one home, you will wear it because it deserves to be loved. This is a full-featured sports watch that just happens to double as a dress watch. You'll note the dial featuring a black gloss base and all applied rose gold indices, rose gold Rolex coronet, and rose gold hands, truly red gold, composed of the same Everose high platinum, high copper content rose gold that Rolex uses to compose the rest of the watch. Now there's a gilt rose gold style print on the dial, and you will note the signature shock of red and the script Daytona just above constant seconds at 6 o'clock. There will be a lume shot. It is a loomed dial. The timepiece, 100 meters water resistant. You can see it employs a rose gold triplock crown, so the 100 meter water resistance likely conservative. Screw down crown, screw down pushers. The chronograph is a vertical clutch and column wheel tandem, which means you have the crisp actuation characteristics of a column wheel. You can hear it, you can feel it, it makes the action satisfying, but you also have the smooth start of a play-free vertical clutch. There's no play in a vertical clutch. You'll also note that because it is vertical and there's no play, so no meshing of teeth of wheels, you can just leave it running with no additional wear and tear on the movement. So if you want to leave your chronograph running, the vertical clutch lets you do that. 70-hour power reserve, automatic winding. It does feature COSC chronometer certification, but Rolex takes that chronometer certified movement and then recases it. The chronometer cert is just for the bare movement. Rolex recases it and ensures that the completed watch meets a standard of -2 plus 2 seconds per 24 hours. COSC is -4 plus 6. So Rolex dubs this a superlative chronometer, and it lives up to the legend. Features that make the movement tougher include a full balance bridge and a free sprung balance. Features that include An overcoil hairspring and 5-position adjustment help the watch to keep very good time in any orientation with respect to gravity. And finally, there is an overcoil composition of niobium zirconium that is then oxidized blue, dubbed parachrom blue. It is a robustly anti-magnetic alloy used by Rolex in this movement. It beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour and pivots on 44 joules. Those watchmakers who have been into this movement describe it as an absolute masterpiece. You can put this masterpiece, the whole thing, movement, dial, bracelet, case, on your wrist on thewatchbox.com. And we're back with the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Cosmograph Daytona. Ravishing red by day, green by night. See it on the Watchbox.